Okay, it's time for our final speaker. Please welcome to the stage, Virgil Yerovino.
Good evening, I'm Virgil, and over the next 6 minutes, we're going to build a city. And we're going to do it properly. Before we can start, first, I need you to vote me into office. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you vote for me? Yes! That was easy. Well, I'm going to do a bang-up job. My city building experience began at age 5, playing with Lego. It's also where it ended, but I know what I'm doing. Trust me. First, we'll need to produce food. Which, of course, besides Facebook, is one of our most basic human needs. Now, chemical sprays can boost your harvest, with only minor drawbacks, like being poisonous. But we're building a city. We need quantity here. Because we've got to feed animals that we're going to eat. Now, I have total respect if you're a vegetarian, whatever your stupid reasons. And fertile land is scarce, so growing crops for animal feed is only going to use just a tiny little whole third of our farmland. And I know you'll be reassured the animals will receive industry standard care. Each animal gets its own living space, lots of friends, and free private healthcare. And you know what? They've not complained once. No, bizarrely it's only humans who complain that animals are treated inhumanely, but I don't know what's inhumane about it, because it's about time to upgrade these little houses to the 21st century, and as you can see, there are no double standards here. Look, half the time people have Snapchat about an inch from their face, the other half are walking into walls playing Pokemon Go. So, as long as we give them Wi-Fi, we can build these houses like prison cells. That said, there are some pretty good arguments for building better houses, like how good insulation massively cuts heating bills. But, you know what's a cheaper technology for keeping warm? Cuddling. Speaking of energy, renewables are clean and unlimited, whereas burning fossil fuels treats the planet like a bonfire. Loads of fun, and heat and light. Then you see the Guy Fawkes on top, and it's you! But we've been doing this for years. There's megatons left to burn. And as a man of integrity, I believe that if you start something, you should finish it. Alternatives may be better, but that's no reason to change. The gears of industry must keep turning. Making stuff gives our citizens jobs, so they can buy what's being made. Any waste, we dump in the ocean. The ocean is a vast, unexplored, unused space. We may as well make it a toilet. Speaking of waste, what are we going to do with household trash? You know, food scraps, cans, batteries, last month's iPod model. You may not want them anymore, even if the raw materials are still fine. So I thought about how to be really smart on this one. And basically, boiling it down, I think we should bury it. Now, you hipsters will like this, because it's 100% natural. The toxins break down, they get washed away by groundwater, we drink it, and our livers absorb it. That's organic trash disposal. Whoa, okay, city's getting a little smoggy, and apparently it's having some kind of warming effect. So don't worry, I'm gonna sort this. Ladies and gentlemen, I pledge to cut all pollution. Down to just 150 million tons per year by 2050. Look, what am I going them to do. We've got to keep the lights on in every room, even when we're not in them. Some boffin will work out how to scrub this stuff out of the sky. That's why I've set aside 0.1% of our budget for environmental research. And 6% for war, because with a war on, no one's going to talk about the climate anymore. Well, here we are. It's 2050, and the world is 3 degrees warmer. It's nice. No more boring, cold winters. Instead, we get these glorious heat waves and exciting hurricanes and floods. Those 3 degrees did make quite a difference to our crops. And the ice caps melted, so sea levels rose, so we have less land to farm and people are malnourished. But our GDP economic index is healthier than ever. I can hear you all sighing with relief. Besides, those of us with a little money can still afford the good things. Steaks, I like caviar now, but I still enjoy tea for breakfast. And being the only guy who can afford to run his own car makes me feel pretty special. Look, I got to stay in this lovely apartment. I've armed guards, and, well, I've armed guards. So, I'm off now, but, thanks for your vote.